Iran expelled the Portuguese from the Strait of Hormuz in 1623, and today it is challenging American myths in 2026. While Trump is looking for a way out of this predicament before the November elections, today the new supreme leader, Mojtaba, announced the beginning of the new world order, and this is from the heart of the Gulf region. Has the legend of the Epstein alliance ended? What is the secret? Or is it this secret weapon that the Iranian naval forces threatened to use to turn the tables on American ships? What exactly are the details of the decisive meeting in Washington? And what is the secret behind the decisive message we received today from Tehran? We have all of this for you today, but after this break. Stay with us. Dear viewers, peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. Welcome to our renewed meeting today, God willing, in this opinion series, which we always dedicate to keep up with the latest developments and updates of this major global conflict taking place in the Middle East region between Iran and the Epstein alliance. Today, the most important event that the world has witnessed in this global conflict in the Middle East region is the appearance of the new Iranian supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, with a new message, a written speech that was read and broadcast as usual on Iranian television. But this time it was not an ordinary speech, so that everyone would know about this address. It came on the occasion of Persian Gulf Day, or the anniversary of the liberation of the Strait of Hormuz and the Gulf waters from the control of the Portuguese colonial forces. Iran celebrates every year, specifically on April 30th of each year, the anniversary of expelling the Portuguese colonial forces from the Strait of Hormuz and the Gulf waters. And it made this day of liberation a national day for the Persian Gulf, commemorating this historic event. Iran is actually one of the few countries, or we could even say one of the very rare countries, that still commemorates such everlasting historical memories that date back centuries, 300, 400, or even 500 years ago or more. This historical event took place exactly in the year 1623, and it was carried out by the Safavid state, which lasted for only about 200 years. And despite that, Iran today as an Islamic republic still commemorates and celebrates this occasion every year. And this is what truly makes the Islamic Republic of Iran a civilization, a great civilization. It means it is connected to all the states that have existed on this land throughout history, unlike other countries in the region that only glorify the ruling family, meaning they are only connected to the ruling family. No history, no glory, and even more than that, they are built only on deception and falsifying historical events using the media and school curricula. You find that the leader of the country has never fought in any war or battle in his life, yet you see him wearing a military uniform and decorating his chest with medals. I mean dozens of medals and decorations, as if he was the one who liberated Jerusalem and the Islamic countries, or the one who expelled the colonizer, or the one who fought in the battles of World War II, or something like that. Anyway, the new supreme leader of Iran, Mojtaba Khamenei, took advantage of this memorable occasion, I mean the Persian Gulf Day, and delivered this speech. It was a historic speech, and honestly, he clarified many things that we will talk about today. So, what did he say? He said that today, after 2 months of the largest campaign of aggression in the region, and after this crushing failure, an American failure as he described it, a new chapter is opening today in the Strait of Hormuz and in the Persian Gulf region as a whole. Khamenei said a very important phrase. He said that one of the most precious gifts that God Almighty has bestowed upon our Islamic peoples in the region, especially the Iranian people, is this gift. The Strait of Hormuz and the Persian Gulf, he said, are a very great blessing. They are not just an extension of the sea or merely a meeting point for peoples. He said they are part of identity and culture and a vital and unique route for the global economy. Khamenei also reminded everyone of the history of this region and how it has always been the target of the ambitions of major foreign powers. He said that throughout the past centuries, this Strait of Hormuz has always been a target of greed. And the greed of the devils, as he called them, he said they carried out repeated attacks, which made the countries of the region always live in insecurity and face many losses and threats. Khamenei said in this speech that Iran has the longest coastline overlooking this gulf. Therefore, the Iranian people made sacrifices for independence and for the independence of this region to confront foreigners and invaders. They expelled the Portuguese, resisted Dutch colonialism, resisted British colonialism, and today they are also confronting American aggression in exactly this same region. Therefore, according to him, they are writing a new chapter for the Gulf and the Strait of Hormuz. So it's truly a beautiful thing to see such speeches that connect the past and the present, linking the heroism of the ancestors and the descendants on the same path, on the same course. Unlike some countries, if we look into history, we will find a huge difference between the heroism of the ancestors and the betrayals of the descendants. A huge difference between the pride of the ancestors and the submission of the descendants. Khamenei also touched on this in his own way, because he said that the people of the region have for many years been used to the silence of their leaders and their submission to the powerful and to aggressors. He said that during the past 60 days, these peoples have seen the opposite from Iran, something different from Iran. They have witnessed all forms of strength, vigilance, struggle, and courage. Khamenei also said that by God's grace, Iran has proven itself to the whole world and to all the leaders of the countries. How the American military presence in the Gulf region is the main factor behind the lack of security in the region, and that these American military bases in the region are fragile, unable even to protect themselves. So how can they protect these countries, the countries of the region? Therefore, Khamenei also said that the future of the region will be bright without America. He said that the countries of the region are Iran's companions, so there is no place for foreigners among us, and no place for foreigners who come from thousands of kilometers away, driven only by greed. He said that this victory that has been achieved will mark the beginning of a new order in the region and in the world. This means that security in the future in the region will be under the protection of Iran, and perhaps also under the protection of the countries of the region in cooperation with Iran, and not under the protection of America as it is today. Also as well, there is an important point that Khamenei talked about, and I had mentioned it earlier, which is the Iranian human capital. He said that the Iranian people today are experiencing a great awakening. He said that it is not limited to the millions of Iranians who volunteered to confront this American aggression. We are talking about a number that has reached, according to the latest data, about 14 million Iranians, he said. But the matter goes beyond that. It exceeds 90 million Iranians, whether inside or outside the country. Those who dedicate their intellectual, human, scientific, industrial, and technological capabilities and so on to protect the country, he said, from nanotechnology, biotechnology, and missile development programs, all of them are devoted to protecting the country. So, in fact, this speech was a very clear one. It boosted morale and clarified everything. Maybe everyone is curious about how Iran actually emerged victorious from this war, how it is still in the position of the victor, and how it is using this victory today to turn the balance in the region. After this war, Iran will be a different Iran. It will have a very significant role in the region and in the world. It will truly be respected by all countries around the world. All countries will rush to normalize relations with Iran. Today as well, there was a statement from the military advisor to Mojtaba. He said that Iran will not tolerate the extension of this American naval blockade. He said that this blockade has not achieved anything noteworthy. It is an imaginary blockade. He said that the Indian Ocean is a very vast ocean that can be crossed easily. It is not possible to impose a naval blockade on such a vast ocean. These capabilities that America has today, the ships we talked about, these capabilities cannot impose a naval blockade. And Iranian ships are indeed exporting oil, but despite that, Iran is defending its ships' normal operations. It wants the region to be in a normal state, not under blockade. It doesn't want to remain in this situation. Maybe to hide, maybe to follow specific maritime routes, as we talked about in previous episodes. Therefore, Mojtaba's advisor says that if this naval blockade continues, Iran will respond. And this also came yesterday from the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, who also threatened that the war would return again if the Iranian conditions were not accepted. He said that he ended this war. And he said it was only to give diplomacy a chance, but if diplomacy doesn't succeed, it will return again. The Iranian forces, therefore, are the strongholds of the Epstein alliance, and this also came yesterday from the Iranian naval forces, and it was also confirmed by the Iranian Navy. Today, they said they have a new weapon that will surprise the American ships. He said that what happened to the American military bases in the region will be repeated this time with all the American military ships. So it's clear today that Iran is the one threatening a return to war, meaning things have turned around. It's a complete reversal. After Trump used to threaten Iran into coming to the negotiating table, or else he would strike Iran, or else he would kill Iran's leadership, and would kill Khamenei, and so on. Today, it's Iran that is making the threats. Stop this blockade. Fulfill the Iranian demands and conditions, or else we will return to war today. It's also noticeable that America wants a quick solution. It wants a comprehensive agreement for everything to be done quickly, while Iran is dealing with complete calm and cool-headedness, seeking a drawn-out process, prolonged negotiations. When Iran came out with this proposal, which consists of 3 stages, it is saying, let's first agree on stopping the war, then we can agree on the Strait of Hormuz issue, and after that we can talk about the nuclear program. Therefore, these negotiations are stalled. Trump comes out with a decision to continue the blockade, believing that this prolonged blockade will make Iran surrender, while Iran responds that the continuation of the blockade will make it return to war again. Today, the American website Axios said that today there will be a decisive meeting for President Trump with the intelligence agencies where Trump will meet. Trump will receive new military plans from the commander of the US Central Command and from the intelligence agencies. And it is clear that this meeting is taking place today, before the decision that will be issued tomorrow by the US Congress regarding this war on Iran. Will it continue? Will it stop? Or what will happen? Therefore, Trump is now looking for solutions, last-ditch solutions, and it is certain that he will come out of this. The point is, he is in an even bigger predicament, and perhaps if Iran returns to war, he will be in even more trouble as well. Is it possible that he will respond? How will the American response be then? Is it possible that he will respond with strikes on infrastructure targets? Is it possible that he will respond with ground operations? Could he respond with a special forces operation? All of these are matters that Trump will clearly be briefed on today by the American military leadership in this meeting that, as I said, will bring him together with the army and the American intelligence agencies. So today, the most important thing that everyone should pay attention to is these American expectations. Trump started this war. It is expected that the Iranian regime will collapse within 4 days at the latest after the assassination of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Then after that, he said it would be over within a week. Then he said 2 weeks. And finally he said 6 weeks. Everything would be over. So today we are in the ninth week, and we haven't seen anything that Trump said happen. This means Trump is in real trouble. Pay close attention, we are getting closer quickly. In November, there will be the midterm elections for Congress, and gasoline in America is reaching $5 or $6 per gallon. Trump's and the Republican Party's popularity is collapsing. I mean, this popularity is falling day by day. Because of the continuation of this conflict, Trump has no choice but to accept the Iranian conditions. Otherwise, the crisis will continue. Trump will lose the elections, he will lose the majority in Congress, and he will be in even bigger trouble than he is today. There was a statement today by the Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Kalibaf. He said that Trump used to say that after 3 days, Iranian wells would explode because of the naval blockade imposed on Iran. So Kalibaf said that 3 days have passed and not a single well, not even one oil well, has exploded. He said that Iran could extend this truce for another 30 days and not a single oil well would explode. He said that the only thing that would explode is international oil prices. He said the price would reach $140 per barrel. So we will see how developments unfold in the next few hours, and we will be back, God willing. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the button. Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. See you next time.